The so-called working monitor is the main program of the software. It provides information from the welding process, the mill and the monitoring of the weld seam. Furthermore, it provides access to all configuration menus for setting up the system. On the right side is the live feed from the weld seam. It is a colored illustration of the measured seam temperatures. The stream shows what is currently happening in the welding process. Deviations in the mill or weld seam defects can be detected directly. Below the live feed, an information panel is placed. By clicking the information button in the lower corner, it can be expanded. The panel provides access to configuration menus and lists information to the sensor state and sensor settings. This includes the false color representation, the threshold and the sensitivity with the resulting temperature measuring range. Furthermore, the recording frequency, the sensor temperature, an override indication and the opening state are displayed. For aligning the sensor, the position lasers can be activated here too. Next to the live feed, all parameters from the mill are displayed. In this example, the values for current, frequency and welding speed are shown. Furthermore, the 6 calculated parameters from the seam measurement are displayed. Width, position, temperature difference, maximum temperature, shape deviation, and symmetry. To check the weld seam quality, these parameters can be monitored by applying checking programs. A colored bar below the value of the parameter shows that the monitoring is activated. The shift of the bar to the left or right indicates whether the measured value is smaller or larger than the set nominal value in the checking program. A green bar indicates that the measured value is within the limits of the program. As a warning or error limit is exceeded, the bar turns yellow or red. The outer sections show the exceeding a few more seconds after the value is back inside the limits. Below the parameter values, additional information to the seam monitoring are displayed. Shown are the character as well as the name and the number of the checking program in use. Furthermore, the registration number, the tube number and the recording time are shown. The quality mark of the seam is placed in the lower right corner and shows the worst ranking of all monitored parameters. The lower left corner shows a SAW symbol which lights up every time the SAW signal is received. Next to it, the symbol of the production mode is placed. A continuously colored symbol means that the production mode is active and that the signal output to the marker or PLC is on. Clicking on the symbol opens a menu where the production mode can be switched to test mode. This will turn the signal outputs off and should be used when the mill is set up. Additionally, the tube counter can be resetted, and information to the welded product can be filled in. As the touch panel or the mouse cursor is used, a menu appears in the upper right corner. Selecting Adjustments, and then Adjustments again, will open a configuration menu. If the character is not transmitted via field bus, it can be changed here. The rest of the settings are set once and are not needed in the daily use. They might be changed in case of problems like a missing SAW signal. Selecting Adjustments, and then Program, will show a list of all checking programs on the device. The checking program is changed if a different product is welded, since each product requires its own checking program. The menu also lists a button to close the working monitor. If you select this button and confirm the request, the monitor will be closed. This ends the automatic monitoring and checking of the weld seam through the system. Therefore, do not close the working monitor during a running production. If you want to switch to a different program part, select the required program in the taskbar on the top of the screen to switch to it, and back to the monitor again. Another option is to use the function keys on the keyboard. This was an overview of the working monitor. We have a lot more tutorials, where we explain in detail how certain work steps are performed. Additionally, we explain where specific settings are located and what effects these settings have. Visit our channel or have a look at our playlists to learn more.